What's going on, guys? Tonight I just wanted to make a quick video showcasing these JCR Offroad frame stiffeners. I have fronts, mids, and rears, so they essentially travel from the front wheels all the way to the back wheels, hitting the main stress points. They're 3/16 inch mild steel and just about triple the thickness of the frame. So the process was, you saw me in the last video, grinding out the areas and then wiping it with acetone, and then he comes in, tacks it around here, and then does these, the welds inside the circles, and then goes around and stitch welds it all around the perimeter. So this, you should be able to noticeably feel how much more stiff the frame is, especially up here with, at the end of this project, we'll have a track bar reinforcement and a steering box brace. So, the steering should be very, very tight. Moving back to the midsection, kind of the same process, putting it up into place, tacking, filling those circles, and then stitch welding inside the tops of all of these. And it came out, fantastic. These also wrap down under the bottom, and they've got welds all along the back side as well. And again, should really stiffen up the middle, and there's provision still for the transition cross member, and then another opening in the back. And this goes from the front lower control arms all the way back to the leaf spring pockets. Some of the welds aren't the most pretty, but they should be more than strong enough to hold this in place and keep it from flexing and letting the suspension do the flexing. So moving back even further, in the rear wheel well, same process back here, putting stitch welds in every 2 inches or so. And then back here, it ties into the actual bumper mount back there, and then also the, if you choose to run a hitch, the hitch mount. Recommends using those hitch bolts, whether you have a hitch or not, just to keep everything stiff. And this back one is more so keeping the hatch in alignment when it wasn't flexed up, essentially. But almost bumper to bumper on these, and they look fantastic, and they should feel pretty good too. So next step is a little bit of sanding, another round of acetone, and then we're gonna do some etching primer. I think for that I'm gonna drop the axles. So that might be tomorrow, might be the day after. But yeah, JCR, I am super impressed with these, and can't wait to feel how they are actually driving. Should make a huge difference. One last thing before I go as well is that for those like me who are not very capable at welding, I did all the prep work. That took me probably between 6 and 8 hours. I was definitely using the wrong tools and pretty inexperienced, but got it done. Having the welder come out, it took about 5 hours. His hourly rate was $100 an hour, which I thought was fair, seeing as he traveled out to me. So it ended up being $500 to have these welded up. Personally, I think it's 100% worth it to have somebody come out and actually do it right, especially when it has to do with the integrity of your frame in a unibody chassis. So, you know, you can make that decision on your own, but you know, for me, it was definitely worth it to do it the way I did. All right, so with that, it should be pretty heavy progress on this project in the next few days. So I will see you tomorrow.